if Starcraft decides to be found here, I present to you the one and only SUGARCULT. SUGARCULT the second, to be exact. One of my viewers and the kind submitter of one of my most popular videos actually on my channel. So huge shout out to SUGARCULT, also a fellow streamer. So be sure to check him out. And his opponent, it is going to be the Pink Panther playing as the Red Terran. The Red Terran is set because let's see, I'm curious. Well, I guess it's that. I'm not sure if it shows the regular colors or not, but we're gonna have a ZvT, and I'm curious how this matchup is going to unfold. We have a quick second barracks as far as I see. Oh, it's queued up with this SCV. Okay, that's interesting. Now, I've been talking about Dynasty, and I've been trying a couple of builds here and there. I'm trying like 2-base stuff in ZvZ, didn't quite work out. Honestly, I'm just kind of feeling like it's not exactly what I want to do. But it's a map that it's in the map pool, so might as well just try and experiment on it, right? I've seen a couple of games. The amount of times when somebody went for this base as a natural, they didn't have anything to defend a harassment with from their opponent, so it was kind of a weird situation. Let me just get my mic a tad bit closer to my mouth so you guys can actually hear me clearly, so I don't have to say adios amigo and just end the stream because we have technical difficulties. Luckily that's not the case. Audio and everything is coming through as it should. And we have a proper build order over here with a high ground command center, and this is off of a single gas, so no 2 gas shenanigans. Now the other thing that didn't happen was basically apologies, was basically the opening unit. So this is a marine into reactor opener, and there's 2 Hellions coming up, but they will get the SCV. The Lynx will get the SCV, so that is quite a nice pickup for SUGARCULT. Scouts that there's Hellions. We have a tech lab, and I'm curious what we're going to see. Ooh, okay, so this is quite wild. We're gonna see the barracks be floated to the natural. I suppose it's gonna be part of the wall off. And at home, SUGARCULT does not take a 3rd base. That is kind of wild. And it is 20 army supply. What do we have here? Oh, we're gonna have roaches. Okay, I kind of like this. I'm a fan of this. So I'm curious if this is going to do anything. What is the scouting? Oh, there's no scouting on the side of the Pink Panther. I'm gonna have an engineering bay and a supply depot to finish the wall off. And this is kind of wild because I would have swore that this barracks will actually get lifted. Oh my goodness, those are all 4 Hellions. That is actually quite crazy. There's 6 Hellions on the map, but obviously this is going to be quite wild. The tank is in production, so roaches should not do too much damage. But this is a double factory opener into a 2nd base. Well, I'm trying to get the 2nd base, but there's not enough money to actually even morph a orbital command. Obviously that's not the priority. Oh, I would have closed that supply depot just to actually minimize the damage, the surface area or whatever we have here. Okay, it's gonna be 2 mine shots, but honestly those mine shots are not actually as good as Pink Panther would have hoped for. And now these Hellions are going to go down. A bit of friendly fire from the tank as well. The command center needs to get lifted. These roaches are actually going to go wild onto this natural base. There's no counterattack commencing or anything like that. We're gonna have 2 cyclones. The 2nd tank is on the way. And we also have, I need to get the unit preloader. We're gonna have a lot of Lynx coming over, but these are actually slow Lynx, and these are slow roaches. There's no lair, and there's only 23 workers, so that is a full base saturation. double gas as well. So yeah, it's not that fancy. I mean, you can keep the pressure up, but it's kind of wild. So the last Ravager is getting cleaned up. The Lings are going to go home. Third base is coming up, and honestly, this is not the time where you actually want to drone. So the supply depot actually falls, which is kind of bad because the Hellion could have been repaired a bit later as well. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if Pink Panther just throws down that natural command center towards the gold. I mean, that could save his rear end, because even though SUGARCULT actually committed to a lot of units early on, this is still a relatively even worker count. Actually, Pink Panther is behind in workers, despite having 3 mules. Obviously, the mules will actually equalize the income, actually surpass it in minerals. So even less gas as well. Wow, okay, that is crazy. Has SUGARCULT pulled out of gas? Pulled out a single drone, so that is something. And we're gonna have a macro hatch for some reason. I mean, there's not that much floating going on here. Usually you get the macro hatch after you get your 4th or your 5th, or somewhere in between. You go like macro hatch, 5th base, and you just stack up. We have a lot of oversupply as well, and the problem is, like, SUGARCULT doesn't really know about things. It's basically not being aware of what the enemy composition is. Sees a tank unsieged. That is pretty much all the information. So yeah, there's a starport going down, a third factory, no third command center, and there is a armory. And I'm not sure if SUGARCULT actually saw this move out or saw these Hellbats actually going out. Now, there's an SCV with this as well for some reason. And we have a couple of things coming up for SUGARCULT, like we have link speed at least, we have +1 melee on the way, missile attack, roach speed. But we're gonna have Blue Flame in just a couple of seconds, and this is going to be really tough. Now SUGARCULT sees Hellbats. Oh my lord, this is gonna be such a terrifying attack. Morphs a couple of Banelings. Banelings are the one thing that you really desperately need besides roaches. Lings are probably the worst thing ever that you can have versus Hellbats. At least the inject is going on. We have a Spinecrawler. He has to give up that base. And he has no third base once again. He's going to take the other third base on the other side, which is going to help quite a bit. Oh, but the Lynx actually moving in. Oh, but the Hellbats are not attacking. The Lynx are going to go onto the tanks. That is a great move by SUGARCULT. He's going to try and target down all these Hellbats as much as possible. But the tanks are actually putting in a lot of work. Oh my goodness, no tank has fallen yet. And his opponent is going to go back. Oh my lord. Okay, so this is quite wild. Oh, maybe his opponent thinks that this was the third base indeed. But that's not the case. The third base is halfway finished. The new third base. Yeah, SUGARCULT is at 47 workers. It's not that much. Once again, we see the syndrome of like not having that many workers. Honestly, at this point, I would make just a couple more units and then just pump out, I don't know, 20 drones at least. 15-20 drones just to actually make the economy even better. But obviously, now if we look at this, SUGARCULT is actually doing the right thing, because this is basically, I'm not sure if SUGARCULT actually saw the move out. I don't think so, because there's no vision with this Overlord. He should actually morph this into an Overseer or just pull it back onto the cliff or onto that pillar. That would actually help him. Like, this is crazy. Oh, this is gonna be really tough to actually deal with. He's going to pull back with the Lynx. He's going to try and defend with the Spinecrawler, but the Spinecrawler is going to fall. The Hellbats could go into the natural, but yeah, that would be a death sentence, as the army would pretty much just basically obliterate him. Okay, lots of Banelings are morphing. The less Lings you have, the better, but obviously Thors are really good against Banelings as well. They can soak up quite a lot of Banelings, tanks as well, and yeah. Lings are good against Thors, and the tanks. And I mean Thors in small counts, obviously. Now Banelings are not as good as they used to. Okay, the Lings are going to go onto the tanks. That is beautiful stuff. It's going to blow up pretty much all the Banelings onto a lot of stuff here. Oh, the medevac actually saves the Thor. That's a beautiful micro there. Oh, just put it on the high ground. That is nicely done here by the Pink Panther. Okay, once again, a couple of Banelings will blow up some of those Hellbats. The Thor goes down. And let's see if this is going to be in time. It's going to be in time. The medevac actually just picks it up and just going to retreat as fast as possible. Still no scouting information on the side of SUGARCULT. The problem is this is going to be a gold base. There's no workers yet, so that is something for SUGARCULT. Now, obviously, this is quite a wild game so far, but yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I don't know who's ahead because SUGARCULT is only leading by 6 workers, and with the mules and the gold base being occupied, it is not going to be that big of a deal. And these are like I wanna actually remember the upgrade for the something with load. Okay, if you know it, be sure to leave it in the comments or in the Twitch chat if you actually remember it while this is going on. Finally, the gold base is being taken by SUGARCULT, but this is gonna be quite wild, honestly. Like, I'm not sure how you deal with this. Lonely Mine is going to go out. Where's the destination? Where is the destination of this mine, I wonder? I'm curious. Okay, that's going to be if you burrow it there, it's not. I'm not exactly sure if that is going to do anything. SUGARCULT sees this mine so far. It's not bad. It's so difficult to actually see it. I look at it on the minimap and I'm like, oh my god, wait a second, what is this? Okay. Oh, it's going to take the no, it's going to take the too safe approach, and now it's going to get alerted. Oh, this is so bad for SUGARCULT. Now he has to spend more time microing on that one. But anyways, the the mode that I'm talking about is the one that actually deals bonus damage. I think it's single target bonus damage to air units, or just single target damage instead of like splash, the small splash that you have. I'm not even sure. But the fact of the matter is that this is kind of a scary push here. We have 90 supply on army for both, and he's gonna run his links into these tanks and Thors. That is actually a really good fight. SUGARCULT is crushing this. Beautiful stuff by SUGARCULT so far. He's gonna drop the Pink Panther, he's gonna drop the Thors, he's gonna start working on this hatchery, and this hatchery is actually falling super fast. But this is really, really bad for SUGARCULT, because now you can actually play ping pong over here. That's nice, Swarm Host. Hold on a moment. Hold on a single moment over here, because we have 9 Swarm Hosts on the way out. I thought this is Ricky, the accidental Swarm Host, as Winter Starcraft would name him. But this is going to be actually a NYUDS Swarm Host. Let's go. I'm a fan. Planetary morphing on the 4th. Okay. Orbital command on the 3rd as well. Now, gameplay wise, or strategy wise, this has been quite a solid game in my opinion for a Diamond 3 level. And it's actually not bad. I mean, look at that. We have some unorthodox strategies as well. We have a couple of Swarm Hosts. We have a couple of Thors coming out from both sides. So actually, this is not a bad one. Ooh, that was not a cancel. Obviously, if you cancel it and lift the command center, then the Swarm Hosts locusts are not useful at all. Now, second NYUDS is going to come in, and this is going to be the more valuable NYUDS The problem is the swarm hosts I don't think are going to actually be reloaded. Oh, but it's so close. Okay, this is really good. Oh, now every single swarm host is reloaded. How many swarm hosts are these? 21 swarm hosts in total. That is actually massive. Oh my god, there's a single turret. The turret is actually going to go down. The command center needs to get lifted. And it's going to pretty much lose all the workers, if I'm not mistaken. How many workers went down so far? 22 SCVs, that is not bad. We have another NYUDS coming up, even a supply depot for his trouble. That is good, but he's gonna need these swarm holes actually at home. He needs to be really careful. He needs to actually just take them out of the NYUDS and just make sure that, oh no, please don't unload the swarm holes over here. You need them at home. That is the good call here. Needs to buy a bit of time with these roaches. He's going to do just that. Oh, he's gonna get a door despite the mules being dropped to actually defend this. Okay, here comes the locust wave. And there are the Thors in the heavy artillery mode, which does the bonus damage. And now Corruptor's actually the answer to those Liberators. That is a beautiful sight to behold, actually. A couple of Lings will come in and we'll try to deal with this, but oh my god, those are +2 Hellbats, +2 Cyclones. They also have vehicle plating. Despite the Zerg having +2 melee and +2 attack, it is going to be mighty tough to defend. A lot of workers fall. There's 2 workers left for SUGARCULT. My god, swarm hosts are going to unleash their locust wave, I believe. Okay, there we go. He is going to actually do it. Oh, one of the Thors is going to go down. Another Thor and another one. Heck, Hellbats, tanks, Thors, everything is falling apart here for Pink Panther. Now the factories are going to go down. One of the factories goes down. That doesn't even manage to produce stuff. Oh, 2 factories go down. That is nice, getting on top of the production. It is going to save his swarm hosts for the moment, at least. Can I just click on the swarm host? No, I believe. Yeah, that is the case. Okay, a couple of Corruptors will deal with these medevacs. That is a lot of supply falling on the side of Pink Panther. The thing is, we have this gold base. SUGARCULT can actually just continue building drones if he manages to actually defend with stuff. Okay. Oh, he's gonna see some stuff with this mine. Obviously, he's not going to see the one thing that he needs to see. That is the NYUDS swarm. Okay, swarm hosts are coming out. Let's see, we need more. Okay, he's going to actually send it. And there it is. Let's see, he needs to lift up. He's going to lose a couple of SCVs, but he needs to target down some buildings over here. Okay, tank is falling. Let's see, the repair needs to come in with the SCVs. That is a beautiful stuff. He's going to actually target down those SCVs as well. A lot of SCVs fall. 36 workers left for the Terran player. 11 still, but 12 more on the way, and that is beautiful. Let's see where these actually go. It's gonna go into the gas, so I suppose he's gonna try to actually mine a bit more gas. I'm not sure if that is the correct call, but we're gonna have a saturated gold base. There's a scan on top of that base, and now the locusts have unloaded. This command center has not yet landed. Okay, he's going to see that this is actually up. That is very nice scouting on the side of SUGARCULT. You can see that he is quite used to these unorthodox strategies. Oh, and he needs to cancel this or else he's gonna lose the command center. He lost the command center. He has 2 more, 3, 4, 5 command centers left. He could lift out the main towards his frontal base. That would be the correct call over here. Now the problem is he actually needs to place a NYUDS network, NYUDS worm inside that mineral wall to actually keep pressuring the production as well. The production is not that big, to be honest. Like, look at that. It is only 3 factories, a starport, and that is pretty much all she wrote. There is a barracks still, so there is potential to actually build more factories and more starports. But yeah, it is looking kind of tough for the Terran player over here, despite having such a great time. He's not mining from that gold base. either, so that gold base is relatively untouched, hasn't been mined for quite some time, and it shows SUGARCULT can just come back. There's a lot of minerals on the side of the Pink Panther. Some Hellbats would be super useful next to these stores, especially against those locust waves, and now he has to actually just buy some time. Let's see what the... Okay, he's microing his store, and there's a locust wave. Let's see what the reaction time is going to be. There's the lift onto the command centers, but yes, if he's actually this time they are actually caught pretty much instantly. Okay, that planetary is getting repaired. Is it going to go down? No, that's not going to be the case. Planetary is being repaired. Nicely done there by Pink Panther. The tower gets cleaned up. Now let's see where those locusts will erupt next. That is one of the command centers from that center side, the center entrance. Oh, but the SCVs are actually not sent back to mining. As for SCVs at the time, this is not hotkeyed either. There are still 5 command centers. The planetary cannot move at all. Like a planetary in this choke could help. Maybe a supply wall should be here. There is some money, not that much though. Also, SUGARCULT is not really expanding that frequently as he should. There's 39 workers for the Pink Panther, but this is the big one. This not getting mined. Okay, he should not fire a locust wave here. That could ruin his day. Is gonna waste a locust wave maybe? Oh wait, never mind. Oh, I just forgot about this one. Oh my lord, this is actually beautiful. He's gonna get a couple of mules. He's gonna get the tank as well, most likely. And he should target down the command center. Okay, he's not going to do that, but he's going to go for the units. The door is in trouble and he's gonna go down. Beautiful, even splitting the low-timed locusts as well. Oh my god, SUGARCULT. What is this? I'm curious of the APMs of these guys. 235 for SUGARCULT, 139 for the turn. That is not even that low. I mean, I face 70 to 80 APM mech players when I have like 250, 300. Probably my EPM is low as hell. I like to click a lot. I like to spam in the early game. I like to do a couple of stuff that kind of inflates my APM, but I also love to play fast, so that is something to consider. Okay, another turret is being put up there. Okay, one more wave of locust is going to go and try to clean up this position. At least get a couple of SCVs, get a couple things. Okay, should just A-move these, honestly. Should just A-move. Beautifully done here. He's actually making the most out of these swarm hosts, to be honest. Double spine will clean up that Hellbat, and this is looking like a really good game from SUGARCULT, ladies and gentlemen. He's making up for his sins for that hour-long game. If you guys saw that, first of all, why are you suffering? Why do you want to suffer constantly? Second of all, thank you so much for actually supporting me morally by watching that content, and thank you so much for actually watching it in general. I'm always happy to see people watching my content, but you also remembered that I was literally devastated. I was like, holy moly, this cannot be. Let's be honest, this cannot be. And now he's actually proving me that he can actually rock with these strategies as well, and this is really beautiful. He is going to try and target down this planetary once again. Let's see if this time he's gonna have enough. I don't see this planetary living. Maybe the locust will get... Oh, if the locust didn't have to land in this position particularly to deal with the Hellbats, that it might have been basically the perfect engagement. Just getting rid of that planetary finally. This is not bad. Like, both players are doing the correct things. Command center is getting lifted, SCVs are being pulled, then a lot of mules are being dropped, of course. And the one thing is that 53 kills on this planetary. That is actually insane. Okay, finally this Nidus is getting cleaned up. Okay. Oh, he's gonna send in this Marine. Beautiful stuff. Oh, but the turret is going to be done. He needs a couple of Hellbats here. Like, you cannot afford not having Hellbats here. Okay, he's going to send it in. That's not going to be that big of a deal. Finally, we have an Ultra Cavern on the way, finishing up as Adrenal, and +3 is also on the way. Adrenal is, in particular, is going to be quite nice, honestly, because now SUGARCULT is actually banking a couple of minerals. Ultras are going to be great in as well. Should get, okay, there it is, chitinous, and probably, yeah, anabolic synthesis is also queued up. I love that he's also doing it just like I do it. And that is the way where you queue up both of them. It's like not the most efficient, but I'm gonna queue them up just because I know I'm not fast enough to realize that, okay, one of them is actually finished. This is so funny, honestly. This is so funny. Even some drones joining. That is beautiful. Okay. Where's that Nidus? Where's that Nidus? Where is that Nidus? Okay, there's the Nidus. It's going to actually try and deal with this base over here. That's a lot of mules. He should fire these locusts. Maybe he should actually not fire these locusts, but actually this attack in the front is going to be really good. Gonna clean up a couple of tanks, and the corruptors are going to deal with this command center as well. He's not going to rush too much to actually go in. He should go and just pee on the planetary with those corruptors, right? I mean, there's nothing that shoots up. There's nothing that shoots up. And he could just, you know, run by with the roaches. I don't know. Feels like this turn doesn't use F2 enough, honestly. Should have a couple of Hellbats in hold position when he's actually dealing with these. Because Hellbats can soak up a lot of damage. And if you protect your mules, you're gonna have enough minerals to actually produce more Hellbats. So slowly but surely, you can send out like a couple of run-by squads and whatnot, and then that's pretty much it. But now Ultras are out on the field. Corruptors are going to clean up the last medevac, and that is going to be all she wrote, as there's 16 Hellbats, but those don't do so much against Ultras. There's Anabolic as well, so Ultras move faster off creep, and they have chitinous. They don't have any other armor, so that could be an issue against higher DPS, but that doesn't look like it's gonna be the case. One more Thor in production. There's nothing else here. There is a single Liberator. There's no Liberator upgrades, no air weapons, research for the vehicles. +2 libs could be quite useful against this. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Ultras are on the field. No Liberators are being produced. That is going to be very painful as the locusts come in, and they're going to clean up something more here. Ultras are going to break these rocks, and now the main army of SUGARCULT is showing itself. It's going to move out, and it's going to be a holy massacre over here. If the command center gets lifted, then it's going to be basically the death of it because of the corruptors. There's the peeing onto that command center. The GG has been called, and SUGARCULT takes a very cool victory. Guys, this was honestly, for a diamond game, this was a hell lot of fun.